Alright everybody, how's it going? Boomslang here, and welcome to the channel. So, as the title says, it is Tuesday, December 24th, right? Today's Tuesday? Yeah, it's December 24th. Christmas Day Eve, Tuesday, December 24th. Christmas Eve Day. That's it, there you go. Christmas Eve Day. It's about a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe 1:30. Put my glasses on here. Yeah, it's exactly 1:30 in the afternoon. And I was upstairs sleeving up some football cards when Jeff Airtime messaged me and said, you've had time to be sleeving cards. I'm like, Jeff, I've been sleeving cards for a good portion of the day. And I said, in fact, I'm sleeving some 1982 Topps football cards. He was shocked that I had football. I do have all the other sports as well, but baseball is my go-to. But, as you can see, this box clearly states football. And if it ever decides to focus, here's some football. So we have, what are these, like 74, 73 Topps. So we've got, about 1,000 or so of them. They're not packed in here tightly because I don't believe in that. Some 72 Topps football. A couple hundred of those. And some other Topps football, some 71s. The 70s are upstairs. So, I'll be right back though. I'll give time for the for things to populate here for people. That people have fallen to the stream. I'm gonna go get some penny sleeves. Upstairs. All right, back. I brought down 500 sleeves. Should be enough. But anyway, now I realize a lot of people got things to do today. I get it. Maybe even some last minute shopping, which happens. It's all part of the dealio. But I think we're all done with our shopping and stuff, so we're all good. Matter of fact, this Leroy Kelly, just looking at it, looks really good. So first things first, I'm going to sleeve him up right now. I think Mr. Leroy Kelly is a Hall of Famer as well. I'm not 100% sure on the football ones. Okay. Pretty good on the baseball ones. Football, not so much. I mean, there are some of the gimmies, but guys like Leroy Kelly might be one of those guys that fly under the Hall of Fame recognition radar if you're just going off of name, Billy Truax is definitely not a Hall of Famer, but it's a pretty good shaped card. So, you know, that's also part of the deal. Is some of these cards are gonna find their way onto my eBay store for sure. These are all about 95% of these are from my childhood, not 100%, because I have picked up some over the years. But John Elliott, back in these days, I was a Jets fan. This is a double exposure. It's got something up on the top here. It says Giants. It's got a picture of a football guy. Yeah, check that out. It's a little hard to see. I can just pull you down so y'all can just meet me down here on the card. Look at that. See the shadow, the ghosting, and I believe it says Giants across there. No, it's Chargers. C-H-A-R-G-E. Yeah, it's Chargers, I believe. Whatever. Chiefs. Maybe it's Chiefs. C-H-I-E-F-S. Chiefs! So someone with the Chiefs. This is a double exposure card. Neato. So printing error card. We'll put that one off to the side. Double exposure. Here's one that is not double exposed. Back in the 70s, early 70s, I was a Jets fan like you would not believe, rooting for my Jets. There's another one that's got the same thing on it. So I got two of those. Those are eBay 1 of 2s. Dick LeBeau. Alright, so let's just start. Mark Hoyle's Impossible Dream, the first football set I collected. There you go, Mark. Exactamundo. It's the second one I've collected. I started football, definitely was my no, it's the third set. My football was 1970. The brown ones with the oval border, they're not here, they're upstairs. And then rolled into these here and pressed on with the 72s. I mean, early on in the 70s when I was, you know, a young lad. By the way, I showed this once before, but check out the hat that my brother-in-law got me. It says, retired 2024, not my problem anymore. That is correct. It is not. I haven't worn a hat in a long time, but I told him I'm going to wear it. So retired. See, LeBeau, he's a Hall of Famer too. So there you go. See. So I found 2 Hall of Famers and wasn't even aware that they were, especially LeBeau. Like, I didn't know he was a Hall of Famer. I had a hunch that Leroy Kelly was, but not LeBeau. Billy Truax, probably not. Dick LeBeau. He was a cornerback. Look at those stats. Long time, since 1959. That's my birth year. Been playing with Detroit. Interception, excuse me. 4. He had 56 career interceptions. Interception yard returns was 686 yards. He averaged 12.3 yards, and he scored 3. He had 3 pick sixes. 3 pick sixes. He had a big year right here. He had 5 picks for 158 return yards, 31.6 yard average. And that's a big one. But some of these cards, I mean, they're from my childhood. So this, like this Bill Bergey's beat up. Matter of fact, it's waterlogged because we lived in an apartment, and the apartment above us had a water leak apparently in it. I don't know if they let their tub overflow or whatever the hell happened. But at the time, I only had one of those milk crates, a milk crate, you know, the square plastic ones. I had that, was full of cards. That was it. That was my collection. A couple thousand cards. Maybe 10,000 cards, if that. And it just got everything soaked away. I had to throw a lot away. Some of them I was able to, salvage, but it was a mess. It was disappointing, but I didn't give up. I just persevered and kept on going. Ah, okay. And he was okay. So is he a Hall of Fame player or a Hall of Fame because of his coaching? I don't know if football goes that way. I guess it does. If you're the head coach, you get into the Hall of Fame, obviously. I don't know about the offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, but yeah. Cyril Pinder. Old Cyril. He's got a little thingy there on his shoulder, a little printing blemish. Something got on the roller or something. Sweat? I don't know. But, I mean, I didn't bring my nylons with me, but I've been spending a lot of time going through and getting all this wax off of my cards too, just making them ready to go into the store. Chris Hamburger, he's got to be a Hall of Famer, right? Chris Hamburger. This one here is one of the ones that got wet. Got some wrinkles in it. It got wet. Take my word for it. See pepper loss on the back. But definitely some of these will be making it into Lou Krause. Is that who you're talking about? Krause is Hall of Famer too. Yeah, I'm not I used to be up on football, but I haven't done football in a long time. Yesterday or Sunday, the Eagles played, and I actually stood around with my wife and watched a big chunk of the game. But yeah, not a big football fan anymore. And so we go. Hamburger, yeah, that's what I thought. After my time with the Jets, I went over to the Redskins because Riggins went over and became a Redskin, and I was a Joe Namath, John Riggins fan, and Namath went to the Rams, and he didn't last too long there. And his career ended. So this one's got a crease across it. Very hard to see, but it's creased. I don't like creases. I hate creases to pieces. Who said that? The cat. I hate Mises to pieces. Was that Tom and Jerry? Somebody hated Mises to pieces. I remember that as a kid. I'm going to back this camera up because you guys can't see what I'm doing here. Or you can barely see what I'm doing. Jerry Philbin with your crease across your forehead. Back up. There we go. You don't watch it anymore either? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. And then, Saturday we're up at the in-laws, and they had a football game on up there. I forget who the teams were. I guess it was 2 games. And these Philbin cards are in pretty good shape. They might fetch a pretty dollar. But yeah, like these cards are like from my childhood. Like I collected these as a youngster growing up. We would go out and shovel snow and cut grass and stuff to earn money to pay for our cards. Also, Sunday mornings I would run to the newspaper stand, and that just happens to be where they sold the Regan's Was a Beast. You got that, the Diesel. And I would pick my dad up the Sunday Allentown Morning Call and the New York Daily News, I believe it was. And I would pick up his 2 Sunday papers, and that's what he would read Sunday mornings. And any change left over was mine to buy a pack of cards with. So that's what I did. Back then they were only like 10 and 15 cents a pack. So you could get a pack. You got a dime left over, that equated into about 10 football cards. But these Ernie Wrights are all looking good. And you know, it's, I don't want to say it's nothing for nothing, but it's the cards that you never handled. You know, like who's Ernie Wright? Nobody. But then if you look at, you know, a card that you may have handled a lot, like a Mercury Morris, which is here, might have a little bit more wear on it. Hey Troy, how's it going? Yes, Merry Christmas everybody, all that good stuff. We are getting closer and closer. Jeff Airtime, he's probably sleeping somewhere. He probably came home from work. See, this one's all beat up. It's like, it's got, again, the whole thing about my cards getting waterlogged from the apartment flooding above. That's exactly what happened to those 2 there. Mercury Morris. Now my brother-in-law, Jim, who gave me this hat, by the way, him and his wife, as a retirement gift. This past Saturday, we had a little retirement party for me. Was a bit, and still is a huge Dolphins fan. So I remember gifting him back in 72 or 73 a bunch of like Miami Dolphins cards, football cards. That was their undefeated season. These are all damaged in some way. You know, besides the miscut off-centerness, the other ones are like creased or waterlogged or something like that. Now I gotta get this back over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Just sleeving up a bunch of Mercury Morrises. And then I had older brothers who were collecting too at the time, and actually it ended up being I had 3 brothers that collected cards, and I ended up getting all their cards too. I bought my 2 older brothers' collections. I bought them off of them, you know, decades ago, and it's still in the early 70s. And this Hewitt Dixon creased. I bought them, and then my twin brother gave me all his because, well, his house burnt down and lost his collection. He gave me what he had managed to salvage. So, and that was that. And my twin brother had a couple 100,000 card collection, maybe 100,000 cards at the time. It all went up in smoke when his house caught on fire. That was, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. So here's Fred Cox. Now when they came like dual bordered like this, that means they were an all-pro, you know, like an all-star. So the blue ones were the NFC, the red ones were the AFC, and then when they came, well, it even says right there, it says right there, all-star. So when they came up with the dual colored, they were the all-pros. Except in this case, they called them all-stars. See, this one got wet. This little stacker got wet. This one here got wet. Boogered up. Look at that. Boogered up that corner so bad. It's hard to see, but trust me, it's all boogered up. They get a good look at it. This one here's not too bad, besides a centering issue. I'm kind of surprised what people will buy on eBay when it comes to older cards, like condition wise, like stuff I throw away people buy, and I'm like, man, there's no way I'm selling that. I just can't do that. It just drives me nuts. Chris Hamburger obviously is an all-star, but we have his card up here, so while we have them in two different stacks, I know this one here, you can see the waterloggedness. You can see the line right there, like right there's the water got wet on this part of the card. So this card's been waterlogged. Let's check the chat real quick. Phone is at least 2% in case I just blink out, but with you till it does. Alright, thanks Troy. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah. I didn't know if there's going to be anyone on or not. I saw some YouTubers were doing live streams earlier, and I watched some of theirs stuff, and they had the same thing. They're like, listen, we don't know if anyone's even going to be on to be watching. Waterlogged card. But I'm just waiting now. So my scanner is supposed to show up today. For some reason, my damn Epson printers, even though it's plugged into my laptop and I've updated all the firmware and stuff like that and the drivers and all that, I can print from the laptop to the printer, because that's how I make my shirts, off of this printer. I can print from the laptop wirelessly up to the printer upstairs. That's where I print out all my papers and documents and stuff like that. But I can't scan from anything. I have a computer in the one room, I got a printer in that room with a scanner on it, I got a printer in the bedroom with a scanner on it, I got the printer here with the scanner on it, and none of them will scan wirelessly, even though they're on the network, to this laptop. This is the only thing that I have wireless. Everything else is hardwired, and they still won't go. And of course, they want you to do like a memory stick. Well, I don't know why, but the printers, these Epson printers, and they're a couple years old now, but they don't have a USB for a thumb drive. So I could say, oh, well, I'll just put it on the thumb drive, plug it in here, and there you go, problem solved. No, it takes them the big memory cards, ones that no one uses them. You got the SSD, the real small ones, but the slot is like huge. You can't put a small one in it. It's like one of the old bigger ones that no one uses anymore. So and those printers are not that old. There's a Epson 3710. I got a 3850 upstairs and a 3810 upstairs. I got 3 different printers, and none of them talk to this in reverse to this laptop. It cheeses me off. So I ordered a flatbed scanner specifically for scanning my cards, and we'll see how that goes. If that don't work, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the wife about that Fujitsu 8170 or whatever the heck it is, that nice one that a lot of people use for just mass scanning of their cards. And then also maybe that that one card program that'll automatically upload it and all that stuff to your eBay after you enter the data, of course. But anyway, yeah, I know it's weird. I don't understand it either. And I used to be pretty computer savvy, not an expert by any means, but I can usually figure stuff out, but not in this case. So I'm a little miffed that I got all these printers slash scanners slash 3-in-1s, all-in-ones, and they just do the one thing. They print. That's it. They might copy too, so they do the 2-in-1, but they won't do the last one of the 3-in-1. This one's a little dirty. It needs to be cleaned up. Got some wax on it, but I didn't bring my nylon down. You just use nylon to rub the wax off of the front of the card. The back, you're not going to get it off. If it's got a wax stain on the back, it's in, because the backs of these cards are not like coated with nice little shiny shine stuff. hush hush, eye to eye. You know what I mean? Larry Stallings. He's a Hall of Famer, right? Isn't he? Probably. Again, I don't know everybody, especially football. Did talk to my wife about maybe in April going out to the Strongsville show in Ohio. And I said maybe we could make a couple-day trip out of it. We'll go check out Canton, Ohio, see the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Because football's our sport, not baseball. And we've been to the MLB Hall of Fame twice now in our lifetime. Fred Cox invented the Nerf football. Well, there you go. There's a bit of trivia for you. Fred Cox. Nice. Wonder why. The guy's a kicker. Well, you wish you could kick a softball instead of a ball with air in it. And we're not gonna sleeve up all these cards. I'm not even happy looking at these. We're gonna move on to the next set. I can tell where I left off because I have that stack of sleeves right there. Let's move on to what is over here. Behind here, there's a Jim Zorn card. I don't know if that's a rookie card or not. Nope, second year card. Cowboys drafted, did not play. And then that was 75, and then 76 he played. So, yeah. This is a 77 tops then, I take it. Can't read it. It's too small. Here we go, hold it up here. Hocus pocus. Oh, almost got it. Come on. 77 tops. There you go. So, very nice. Jim Zorn, 77 tops. And we've got these. These have been sleeved up a long time ago. Stickers. Dan Fouts. Let's break them down here a little bit. Fouts. Otis Anderson. William Andrews. Wes Chandler, Dwight Clark, Chris Collingsworth, now he's the announcer, right? Ted Hendricks, Tony Hill, Johnny Jefferson, Mark Mosley, Billy Sims, John Stallworth, Ozzie Newsome is a Hall of Famer, right? Nolan Cromwell, don't know if he is or not. Kenny Anderson, probably a Hall of Famer. Danny White, probably not. Richard Todd, probably not. Jimmy Giles. Joe Cribbs. Wesley Walker. Ted Hendricks, Hall of Famer. There you go, Ted Hendricks. James Lofton, I think, is a Hall of Famer, right? Joe Theismann is a Hall of Famer. Freeman McNeil, a little miscut card here. Got some of the next one on there. Kellen Winslow Sr. is a Hall of Famer. Mark Gastineau, part of the New York Sack Exchange. And that's it. Oh, we might have more over here. Might have more over here. Nope. Anyway, that be those little stack of stickers. The little stack of stickers. Oh, we got you here. We got some. These are like the bread cards. I think these came in bread. Topps Chewing Gum. Variety. Yeah, Wonder Bread All-Star Series. Kenny Houston. Riley Odoms. We'll sleeve these up. If they fit in a sleeve. This is so tight. I don't think it's going to fit. Not going in. Yeah, it should fit. Just being a B word. Just being a B word. Winston Hill, there's a jet. It's got the same design as these. So it must be from the same year, and that goes right in. Thank you, Winston. Steve Owens. Paul Smith. In the backs, though, the Wonder Bread backs. Kenny Ellis. Willie Lanier. Probably a Hall of Famer. Alan Page is definitely a Hall of Famer. Another Alan Page. Frank Pitts. Yeah, Frank Pitts might be a Hall of Famer for all I know. I don't know. There's Mr. Paul Smith again. And Paul Smith. Gene Upshaw, didn't he? He used to be he's a Hall of Famer, but I think he's also was the head of the Players Union for a while, I thought. Gene Upshaw. Paul Warfield. Jan Stenerud. Except they got Yarrow. Oh, because it's not Jan Stenerud, it's Gerald Wilson. Never mind. That was Jan Stenerud. It's Yarrow Wilson. Oh, look at this. Craig Morton. Looks like you went through the bicycle spokes there, Mr. Morton. Craig Morton, Hank Stram's favorite plays. There you go. Power trap, pass right. There you go. Card number 1 in the set. And then we've got some Walt Garrison regular set cards here now. Just a pinch between my cheek and gum. And man, that's relaxing. That was the commercial he was in when he was doing the Skull commercials. Good old Skull. Tobacco. Chewing tobacco. A little dip. Little dip will do ya. Walt Garrison. Just a tiny pinch between the cheek and gum. Started, yeah, I heard about that. You just slit them, put a little slit on them, and they'll go right in easier, which makes sense. Okay. Mr. Walt Garrison. Tiny pinch between my cheek and gum. Man, that's relaxing. Do we have any big names that are not? Don Maynard. Leroy Jordan. Bobby Bell. Jack Snow. Jack Snow is the father of J.T. Snow, who played for the Angels. Got some cards out there. And the Hobby has one card where he's playing, looks like tug of war with Reggie Jackson while they're sitting on the ground. Old Bubba Smith, who's got movie credits for Police Academy. Here's old Bubba. Here's old Bubba. Bubba. Hi, Forrest. Hey, Bubba. You got shot, Bubba. Some more pretty nice Bubba Smith cards. Rob G, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Yep, pretty awesome year. These are cards from my childhood, mostly. Some of them, like the bread cards, I have picked up over time, but basically, they're my cards from when I was kid collecting. Let's see. There's the Jan Stenerud. Oh, Yanni Stenerud. Hall of Famer. Kicker. Tommy Nobis. There you go. Emerson Boozer. Jets running back. One of my guys, right? From back in the day. Emerson Boozer, John Riggins, Matt Snell, Joe Namath. How about some of you guys who are Raider fans? Remember Darryl LaMonica, quarterback for the Raiders. Also had with him as a career backup, I think, with the Raiders was George Belanda, also kicker. Belanda played till he was like 50 years old. It's ridiculous how long George Belanda managed to play. There's some more LaMonicas. Daryl LaMonica. My twin brother was a Raiders fan. He liked Mark Van Egan. Matter of fact, he liked him so much, he got his football number was the same number. I think it was 44 for Van Egan. I could be wrong, but I think that was Van Egan's number when we played high school football and stuff. And they stuck him with they said, well, you can't be number 44, you gotta be a different number, because 44s, we had coaches that, are rules that position you played, you had a certain number range that those positions used. So if you're a halfback and not a fullback, you have to have like a 20s number. Quarterbacks are like 1 through whatever, 19, and then halfbacks are 20 through 39 maybe, and then fullbacks are the 40 numbers, maybe some 30s, but 40 numbers. Then your centers were the 50 numbers, your guards were the 60 numbers, your tackles were the 70 numbers, and your tight ends were the 80 numbers, and your wide receivers were 80 numbers. And then your 90 numbers were reserved for defense. I don't think there are any 90s on offense, but defensive guys got to wear 90s, and of course linebackers were the 50s, and so on. That's how it went. Some Ralph Neely cards. We got some Leroy Jordans. If you're a Cowboys fan, these were some of your best players back in the day. Ralph Neely, Leroy Jordan, Walt, God, I forget who the defensive backs were. They had two good defensive backs. I want to say Walt Garrison, but I could be wrong, right? Walt Garrison. Yeah, but who was the other one? Could be wrong. I think one guy's name was Walt. I forget what the other guy's name was. Charlie Taylor for the Redskins. I think he's a Hall of Famer, right? You football guys, you should know that. I've already sleeved up over 100 cards already, guys, just by kind of putzing around here. Yeah, that was Bubba's rookie. I had a couple of them I had already sleeved up. We'll go back and look at them again if you want to look at them. Well, there's some severe paper loss on that one there. Look at that checklist with the severe paper loss. So like I said, if you guys have got here late, it's like when I was a kid. We lived in an apartment, and the apartment above us flooded, and my cards were in just a plastic milk basket, you know. It was only like, I don't know, 16 by 16 maybe, and everything got wet. And yeah, I saved what I could save. Bobby Bell, Alex Karras. Oh, we got Larry Zonka behind him too. So Alex Karras, good football player, right? Plus he had he's got movie credits to his name, just like Bubba Smith. Alex Karras played Mongo in Blazing Saddles. If you old heads out there know what I'm talking about in Blazing Saddles. He was Mongo. Punches that horse. Gets chained to the jail bars, right? These two had gotten wet. You see some paper loss on the back, some water staining. So, one Larry Zonka card. Zonka, Kick, and Morris were the backfield for the Super Bowl champion Miami Dolphins. There's another Alex Karras. Yeah, so I got a few Bubba Smith cards, but some of them are not in such good condition. This one's got some wear on the front up here. Let's leave it up. All of them got some corner wear on them. This one's really got wet. It's got some paper loss. It's no good. This one got wet. Stains and stuff on it. This one has just got some wear on the front. Some kind of wax stain on the back. And then these are like the best three out of the lot. Blazing Saddle was great. What do we got in this next row? We've got Alan Page, Larry Zonka with the Giants now, Randy Gradishar, Harry Carson, Ray Rhodes, Carl Eller, I'm running the wrong way, Lynn Dickey, Jack Youngblood, Harry Carson, and Willie Lanier in the hard plastics. And we've got Vikings and Raiders, and the Raiders 32, Vikings 14 in Super Bowl 11. Ahmad Rashad, got some TV credits, not so much movies, I don't think. His real wife played Bill Cosby's wife on The Cosby Show. Ahmad Rashad, Elise Rashad, whatever her name is. Reggie Harrison, John Kolb, Mike Kruzek, Roy Jarella. There's Rocky Bleier, and we had a conversation. Who was I talking to about Rocky Bleier, Vietnam vet, toes blown off of one of his foot, come as a walk-on in Pittsburgh, and becomes a 1,000-yard rusher with only like a 6 toes. Who knows? So Steelers in 68, 69 in military service. That's when he got injured. 70 did not play. Then 71, 0 attempts. 72 he had 1 attempt. 73 3 attempts. 74 had 88 attempts. 75 had 140 attempts, and 76 had 220 carries for 1,036 yards, a 4.7 yard average, and 5 touchdowns. Rocky Bleier, 5'11", 205 pounds, drafted Steelers number 16 in 1968. Home, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don't know if he still lives there, probably. I don't even know if he's still alive, to tell you the truth, so can't speak to that. Mel Blount, Larry Brown, Glenn Edwards, Steve Furness, Jarella, Mean Joe Green. L.C. Greenwood, Randy Grossman, Jack Ham, All-Pro. Jack Lambert, All-Pro. Guy missing the front teeth. Frank Lewis, J.T. Thomas, Dwight White. Where's Ernie Holmes? Didn't Ernie Holmes have an arrowhead? I call him Ernie Arrowhead Holmes because there's a photo on one of his cards where he had his mohawk cut in the shape of an arrow. Mike Wagner, Danny White, Charlie Waters. That's one of the Cowboys' defensive backs or safeties, whatever, cornerbacks. He's a safety. Roger the Dodger Staubach. I can't believe I don't have some of these cards, even penny sleeves, up until this date. It's insane. Golden Richards, Preston Pearson, Drew Pearson, Blaine Nye, Harvey Martin, Scott Laidlaw, Ed Too Tall Jones. Got credits also with the WWF or something like that. He tried wrestling. Butch Johnson, Efrain Herrera, Cliff Harris was another one of the defensive backs. Right. Fitzgerald, Billy Joe Dupree, and another Roger Staubach card. Villapiano Davis, Cliff Branch. Villapiano, John Matuzak, the Twos. The Raiders had the knack for pulling guys up and giving them a second life, giving them, this one's got wax on it, giving them you know, a second career, resurrecting their career in Oakland. And there's a playoff 1976 AFC Championship game. The Raiders 24, the Steelers 7. Villapiano again, John Vella, Mark Van Egan, number 30. So I guess my son never, or my brother never wore number 30, so no, never had Van Egan's. For some reason he had 44 though, I don't know. Gene Upshaw again. So, I don't know. Kenny the Snake Stabler. Otis Sistrunk. Art Shell. Great guard. John Matuzak again. The Twos. Monte Johnson. Willie Hall. Ray Guy. Clarence Davis. Dave Dalby. Dave Casper. George Bueller. Cliff Branch again. Fred Bolitnikoff is right behind him. Branch and Bolitnikoff were the deep threats for the Raiders. Gallagher Permian, Joseph White, Howard Twilley, Andre Tillman, Don Strock, Bill Stanfield, Freddie Solomon, Don Nottingham, Wayne Moore. Get a drink. Comments that were good there. Anyway, let's just go through here real quick and see what else we got. Here's the NFC Championship. Vikings 24, Rams 13. Franco Harris, 1,000-yarder, along with Rocky Bleier that year. Dan Fouts, 3,000+ yards passing. Lyle Alzado, got some wear on the front of the card. Fran Tarkington, the scrambling quarterback. Most yardage passage in a lifetime. Got some Jack Lambert, All-Pro. Ahmad Rashad again. Just keep going. There's your Fred Cox, the guy who invented the Nerf football, right? Talk about old school. He finally moved up from no face mask helmet to the one bar at least. This guy Bob Trumpy, wherever he's at. There you go. Bob Trumpy was a concert pianist. Big guy, tight end. Yet he could play a piano or like an orchestra. A concert pianist. This guy Bob Parsons was my wife's neighbor when she was growing up. Went to her high school. He just passed away a couple years ago. Rest in peace, Bob Parsons. We went down to his house one day. Let's see, 6'4", 235, drafted Bears number 5 in 1972. How acquired via draft. Birth date was 6/29/1950. Home, Penargil, Pennsylvania. He lived in Wind Gap. He went to Penarville High School. He was a very good quarterback. Went to Penn State. Was a punter, tight end punter, and that's what he was drafted for by the Bears. The Bears. And he basically was their punter. And I went down to his house one time, and his wife answered his door and went and got him. Come out and he signed a whole bunch of my cards that I had of him. I had all these Bobby Parsons cards all signed. I'm surprised I have any left that were not signed. This guy here, Mike Hartenstein, was known for the largest shoulder pads in the NFL. And he lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Let's see. Bethlehem, it says, but Allentown. 6'3", 247, drafted Bears number 2 in 1975, acquired via draft. 727 of 53, home Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, or Allentown. Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton, they're all the general area. Mike Hartenstein, and lettered 3 years and credited with 212 tackles and 15 sacks as a starter at Penn State. Yeah, it doesn't say about the largest shoulder pads, but he'd had them at one time. He was the guy with the largest set of shoulder pads in the NFL. I guess meaning he'd like to run people over. Anyway, that's those. Go look at some of the 72 tops real quick if you guys want. Manny Fernandez, Willie Lanier, Kenny Houston, Ron Yeri again, Bob Lilly, Merlin Olsen, known as the FTD Florist guy. He did some commercials. There's a Bubba Smith card, very nice. Sonny Jurgensen, John Brody, Willie Brown, I believe he's a Hall of Famer. We'll sleeve some of these up. Old Manny Fernandez, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, but he was part of that undefeated Dolphins team, 72. Still holds the all-time record for consecutive wins in a season, undefeated season. Even though they've added more games to the schedule. Willie Lanier. That's not the record. The record is for a season, having a perfect season. So a lot of other people complain that, well, we played more games and we had more chances to lose. And they had a lot of chances to lose too and didn't lose. So I don't know what to tell you. Ron Yeri, I believe he's a Hall of Famer as well. Hey, Red Light 34, what's going on? You working on the 72 set? Yeah, man, let me tell you about that third series. I've only seen them at card shows and stuff. Never seen them, like, never touched one in person. The third series of 72. It's got that Joe Namath in action photo that I'd really like to get, but that's all those cards are expensive. So yeah. Old Mr. Bob Lilly here. Let's crank this out a little bit so you guys can see better. Here's the FTD Florist Man, Merlin Olsen. Again, here's what the backs of these look like. There's Mr. Bubba Smith. Tackleberry Wright, is that his name? Who was the guy he played in Police Academy? Tackleberry was the gun nut, right? What the heck was his name? Character name. There's Sonny Jurgensen. Fred Biletnikoff going up, getting the ball at its highest point, supposedly. Or faking it. John Brody, quarterback for the 49ers. Probably not a Hall of Famer, but someone had to hold down the fort until a decade later when Montana came through and really turned that franchise around. Herb Adderley, probably a Hall of Famer too. John Brogington, Jim Otto, Mel Gray, I think he's a Hall of Famer, right? This one's got a crease right across it there. You can see it through his afro. Willie Buchanan. A lot of these guys I TTM too back in the day, and there's Deacon Jones. All airbrushed, his best airbrushing from his Rams uniform. Or his Charger. He went into a Chargers, but that looks like a Chiefs uniform too, so he must have had a little stint with the Chiefs. LA Rams his whole career. He was a Ram. He intercepted a ball and ran it back 50 yards and did not score a touchdown. He had one interception his whole career, up until this point anyway. But he was a defensive end. They're not supposed to intercept the ball. They're supposed to bat it down and or kill the quarterback. That's it. That's your job. Contain the quarterback and the running backs. L.C. Greenwood going up against the Dolphins here. That looks like Zonka getting clobbered there. Might be Larry Zonka on the bottom of L.C. Greenwood with Joe Green looking on. Mean Joe Green right there. That was part of the steel curtain. Here's a little worn out Roger Staubach in action against the Giants. I always thought this Scott Hunter card looked cool because he had the blackout under his eyes, no shoulder pads on, right? It was a light day, photo day. We're not going to practice. Just show up, throw the ball around, stay loose. And by the way, we're getting our pictures taken. He's like, oh, quick, give me some of that blackout. And put it under his eyeballs. There's Calvin Hill. Looks like he's getting ready to throw a shot put instead of a pass. But I think that's how they taught you back in the days. You bring that ball back, you hold it back here by your ear before you throw it. Nowadays they throw it from wherever they feel like, slinging it underhand. Johnny Hadle in action against the Broncos in the background there. Mike Garrett. Leroy Keys with his little stocking hat on. Harold Jackson. Some Eagles here. J.D. Hill for the Rams. Dwayne Thomas was very good running back for Dallas also back in the day. Bob Trumpy. Maybe I got Bob Trumpy mixed up with that other guy. One of these guys is a concert pianist, and I'm going to figure out which one it was now. It says Bob was a basketball All-American in high school. Doesn't say anything about being a concert pianist. But one of these two guys was a... It's either Trumpy or that other guy that I talked about was a concert pianist. Bobby Bell, Kansas City Chiefs. Greg Landry, and some kind of spooge on the football. They had their own version of some kind of football gate going on, I guess. Not just Deflate Gate, but something else. Daryl LaMonica. Jackie Smith, I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Randy Bataha, looking like a girl, actually. Emmett Thomas. Dan Pastorini. Raymond Chester. Roman Gabriel in action. With the Rams, probably going up against the Colts. There's Bubba Smith in action, running down Carter from the Cincinnati Bengals. Or Cleveland Browns, but I'm one of the two, not sure. There's John Brody in action against probably the Lions. Villapiano. Bob Hayes, at one time was the fastest human on earth. Bob Hayes. While you've been sleeving football, I've been sleeving 1987 League Leaders mini complete set for the binder. Nice. Great set, but Series 3, very hard to find. Yeah, I see them only at shows. Rarely at shows, but, and you're right, they're so expensive. So, how about some Larry Brown action going on? High school uniforms look just like the Redskins. And my brother, my older brother, was a running back, and he wore number 43. Gene Washington, another Gene Washington, Jim Hart, Ed Podolak, Bob Grimm, not looking so grim. No, he's kind of got a smirky smirk on his face there. Bob Lee. This one's all boogered up. Got rubber band. Got the trademark rubber band marks on it. You guys can't see it, but it's got an X right across it, going this way, here, here, across here. Yep. Leroy Kelly, Richard Castor, Raymond Chester, Mike Reed. One of these guys was a concert pianist. Now, here it is. There we go. Mike Reed played piano with the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. So there you go. It was this guy, Mike Reed. Not Trumpy, not the other guy. Mike Reed, concert pianist. I had my facts, just not the player. Yanni Stenerud, Charlie Sanders, Marv Hubbard. That's who my brother's guy was. Marv Hubbard wore 44, and that was my brother's favorite guy, Marv Hubbard. Alright. Floyd Little, I believe he's a Hall of Famer now. Floyd Little. I probably passed some other Hall of Famers too that I didn't sleeve up. Like Lem Barney's probably a Hall of Famer. Lem Barney. Short team names meant horizontal cards. Long team names meant vertical cards. There you go. Facts matter. Rams. Roman Gabriel. There you go. 49ers. Forrest Gump Blue. Oilers. Kenny Burrow. Lions. Steve Owens. Vic Washington. Carl Eller for the Vikings. Look at that, a mean mug. You wouldn't want that guy across the line from you. It's got a hairline crease right there too. There's Carl Eller, backed up by Sonny Jurgensen. Yeah, I have no Series 3. When I was a kid growing up, you know how they put them out in series is different every so many weeks, I guess, so many months. Well, Series 3, I don't think ever even came to my town. Don't even think they ever got a box. Series 3. Johnny Hadel with the Chargers, number 21, which is a high number for a quarterback. It's a running back's number. Otis Taylor on the sideline, taking a breather, staying warm. Jake Scott, Nick Bonacani, Bob Grease, Larry Little, Greasy in action, Paul Warfield, miscut. There's Zonka in action, right there he is, right before L.C. Greenwood creamed him on that other photo. Dolphins 27, Chiefs 24. That's Ed Polak, maybe, getting beat up there. Gang tackled. Den Herder, Vern Den Herder. I don't know who these other guys are because I wasn't a Dolphin guy. My brother-in-law could probably tell you. He was a big Dolphins guy. Here's Jim Kick in action. That's Rick Volk there. There's Gyro Yepremian. Dick Anderson. Mr. Anderson. There's Jim Kick. Rest in peace. He died from cancer a while back. Nick Bonacani. And we got some more Steve Zabel. There's the 1.5 foot man. At one time held the record for the longest field goal at 63 yards. I think someone beat it now. I think there's a 66-yarder out there. Pat Fisher. Gene Washington. The other Gene Washington. Arrow Man. That's a cool card where he's just kneeling on the field holding the ball with that goalpost in the background and the stadium. I mean, that's just a cool card right there. That is one cool card. Only thing missing is blackout under his eyes. Just kidding. Carl Garrett. Got some big shoulder pads on him. Airbrush helmet. Yeah, a lot of airbrushing. A lot of airbrushing. No such thing as update sets. Spider Lockhart. I thought that was a neat name. Spider. This one's all creased up, crinkled up. Wayne Mulligan. Dennis Shaw, quarterback for the Bills. Fair Hooker. He's a fair hooker. Glenn Ray Hines. Again, here's the back of these cards, guys. Myron Padios. W.K. Hicks. Les Josephson. Frank Nunley. Mel Farr. What number did the third series start with? I want to say 270 something, right? There's 132, 264, so, right? Something like that. Maybe card number 265. There's Mike Farmer getting mugged by a bunch of Redskins trying to steal that ball. There's Dwayne Thomas dodging a couple of Colts tacklers. That's 32. Don't know. Vic Washington trying to get some daylight, but the Rams are all over him. Here's the Broncos going up against what looks like the Lions. Bob Lee putting his foot into one. All the guys on the sideline. They're all looking up. Eyes are up, looking at the ball. Mike McCoy trying to block Bobby Douglas, who was like first time I ever saw a left-handed quarterback was this guy here, Bobby Douglas. Greg Landry stiff-arming a Cowboy. Probably didn't help him. Colts. Ray May running down a Cleveland Brown. There's Bobby Douglas in action. George Farmer. I say Ed Farmer. George Farmer. Bob Babich. John Zook. Bobby Duhan, whoever that is. Rocky Freitas. Yo, Rocky, yo, Rock. Julius Adams. Bob Berry, quarterback for the Falcons. Dave Elmendorf. Jim Tyre. Gary Philbin. Bob James doesn't look too happy. Dave Robinson. Third series was a tough series. Norm Schneed, Bo Scott, Bill Nelson. I wish I brought my nylon down. I could show you the whole taking of wax off the card. A little hard to see it, but let's get in close. See the wax? That's just wax buildup on there. You take a nylon and you rub it over that, it'll take that right off the front. That's what you call it for the Cowboys. 20, Vikings 12. Let's go through the whole thing. Let's go through the whole playoff rounds. Okay, it's the same one. NFC semifinal game. AFC semifinal. Colts beat the Browns. 49ers beat the Redskins. Stupid Redskins. Rick Volk. Roy Jefferson. That was a cool one. There's Bobby Douglas, the southpaw quarterback. Art Malone. Ed Flanagan. MacArthur Lane in all his airbrush glory. Packers. What team did he come over from? St. Louis Cardinals. Became a Packer. Jack Snow, JT Snow's dad. Al Beecham. Bob Anderson, number 11 for running back. That seems like a low number. Al Atkinson. Here's some more wax on this card here. Let's get in close. I've been spending a lot of time getting the wax off of my cards. Waxing off in my spare time. How's that? Dennis Partee. Look at that helmet. Just like really skinny. Got that big strip right there because you you were taught to use your head, lower your head. And so that was like your little rhino horn you had on there, a little extra punishment, I guess. It says Roland McDowell. Jim Butler. Mike McCoy. Dave Smith, fro getting out of whack. Don Horn. Dave Herman. Jim Nance. Pete Beathard, quarterback. Bob Tucker, tight end. Looks like he's going to punt the ball. And let's go through here. Fred Cox, right? The guy who invented the Nerf football. So I've been told. Now I'm never going to be able to forget that. Thanks. Whoever brought that up in the chat. Al T. Taylor got wax on his forehead there. Garland Boyette. Tom Beer. There you go. Tom Beer. Party animal. More wax there. Bill Nelson. George Knock. Danny Abramowitz. Irv Good, Tom Maddie, Lance Allworth, some league leaders, rushing leaders, Floyd Little, Larry Zonka, and Marv Hubbard. Put these on. Nice little stack there. Same. And Chip Myers. We do have some in sleeves already, so that's going to be interesting. See what's already sleeved up compared to what we didn't sleeve up yet. How about some Marlin Briscoe? What a name. One face guard there, one bar. Charlie Durkee. Chris Farasopoulos. Bringing back some memories here. I was a Jets fan. Mac Percival. Charlie Gugulak. I think he had a brother named Pete as well. The Chargers. Chargers never wore pink. Pete Athis, looking like a hippie there. The long hair. Virgil Carter. Kurt Knight, the kicker. Bobby Maples, center. Alright, we got some passing leaders. Greasy, Dawson, and Virgil Carter. There's a name you won't mention too many times as a league leader, Virgil Carter. How about slightly off-center NFC Championship, Cowboys defeating the 49ers. Scoring leaders, Garo Yepremian, Jan Stenerud, and Pete O'Brien. All kickers, I believe. Rushing leaders, John Brockington, Steve Owens, and Willie Ellison. Receiving leaders, Fred Blitnikoff, Otis Taylor, and Randy Vataha. Looking like a girl again. I'm sorry, but even the hair, like, come on. Oh, especially the hair. Receiving leaders, Bob Tucker, Ted Kowalik, Harold Jackson of the Eagles, and Roy Jefferson of the Redskins. 3 NFC East teams right there. Scoring leaders, Kurt Knight, Earl Mann, and Bruce Gossett. Kickers were ruling the day in points. Roman Gabriel. Larry Brown. Big man on campus. Larry Brown. Alright, then we got some that were sleeved up, so we might as well just go through the sleeve ones real quick. Got Dwayne Thomas. Let's put these other ones back, get them out of our way. Well, you know what? I guess we didn't go through this little stack. What we got here? Ken Bowman, Willie Ellison, Walt Sweeney, Ron Smith, Dave Wilcox, Verlin Biggs, Frenchie Fuqua, or John Fuqua, Frenchie Fuqua, Lance Rentzel, the Printzel man, Ike Hill, and George Foreman. Alright, now we've gone through that stack of roulets. Put these in the box. And then we'll go through the ones we have sleeved up. Alright, what have we got sleeved up here? We've got Dwayne Thomas. Oh, well, that's not doing very well, is it, with the lighting? Alright, well, we'll go over here. See if this does any different. A little bit better. Dwayne Thomas. NFC Finals, Cowboys, Vikings. It's Mike Marshall, I believe it is. Not Mike Marshall. everything. That's Marshall. There's Johnny Hadel again. Gary Yepremian, Jan Stenerud, some Melvin Grays. Says it's his rookie card. Again, Cowboys, Vikings. Ed Podolak, Rich Castor, Bill Thompson, Julius Adams, Richard Neal, Ronnie Shanklin, Bobby Joe Green, Ed with 2 D's, Ed Haggerett, I guess, Hargett, Walt Sweeney, Steve Zabel, Calvin Hill, Redskins and the Cowboys. Rival game here, Packers and the Bears. Packers and the Cowboys. They even airbrushed his number 89 on there. That's insane. Why would you do that? What was the real number? Interesting. Richmond George, Claude Humphrey, Gene Washington of the 49ers. Here's a checklist that is unchecked. I like it. Mel Gray again. Super Bowl, Cowboys 24, Dolphins 3. Floyd Dodo, Larry Zonka, and Hubbard again. LaMonica. Colts and the Browns. Bob Grease in action. 132 is the card number. Larry Little, Kenny Houston, Lance Allworth. 6 times him. Joe Green, Kenny Willard, Marv Hubbard, John Brockington, Deacon Jones, and Jim Otto. But we're not done yet. We've got Rich Castor, Brockington, Owens, and Willie Ellison, J.D. Hill, Zonka in action again, Brockington, Isaiah Robertson, Cowboys, Niners, Merlin Olsen, Jim Hart, rookie card it says, Jim Otto, Kenny Ellis, and Leroy Brown. Bad Leroy Brown. Was the baddest man in the whole dang town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. We have some 74s in here. Probably not going to go through them. We'll look at what's already sleeved up, though. We have a small stack of sleeved up cards. Garo Yepremian, Charlie Scott. These are all miscut. That must be why they're sleeved up. Slightly miscut. Well, one guy's not. Steve Smith. Got wax on the back. Randy Rasmussen. Scott Hunter. Jack Snow. That's a diamond cut with some... Yeah, these cards have something wrong. A diamond cut, or yeah, slight diamond cut. Jim Kick. Don't know. That's his rookie card. I think that's the Jim Kick rookie card. No, it's not. He's got more attempts. Nope, not the rookie. Charlie Evans got boogered up there. Doug Van Horn's got damage there. I don't know why these are sleeved up. They're kind of not. Most of them are no good. Gary Yepremian again. Paul Warfield. Jan Stenerud. Walt Garrison. Lance Allworth. Nick Bonacani. Kelmer. And Buchanan. Put you there. Okay, no new comments. Oh, I gotta stand up, stretch my legs a little bit. Get me a drink. Put the lid back on this. Take these back where I found them. And I'll bring out another box if you guys want to look at another box. Take off the hat. There we go. There's gonna be a crash in here one day. There's gonna be a mountain of cards falling down. Can't wait for warm weather so I can get in here and clean this up, straighten it out. They're all falling over. Ugh. Was that bed? Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to go help the wife. She had her hands full of potato salad. So mixing up. Had to help her spice it up with some pepper and stuff like that. Alright. Put my retiree hat back on. That's right. Retired 2024. Not my problem anymore. Oh, what's in here? It says football. You know what? These are new football. And my USFL minus the key cards, right? Let's see. Kelly, Young, White, and Walker. And I think I only have the Jim Kelly left out of those. 38. Yeah, and it must be in a screw down or something like that. I bought this, you know, like everybody else, bought it brand new. I don't know where the box is. The box is somewhere. And because I needed money, I broke it out, and the guy at the card shop just cherry picked the 4 best cards out of it, I guess, and left me the rest. These are all new, and I'm not gonna mess around. What's this one? I got some stuff stuck on the side here. What's this? What is this? Oh, it's a draft pick card of Thomas Smith, and this is one that's missing the draft pick stamp. That's what they are. That's what that is. Just didn't get the full stamping on it. Yeah, I don't think this was a heavy box, but not what I really wanted to look at. But I can't look at them back there. I gotta pull them out to look at them anyway. So, what's this say? Anthony Munoz, quarter card, Hall of Famer for a quarter. And who's this? I must have bought these. LT. No penny sleeves, just top loaded for $2.50 and a 25 center. 2 Hall of Famers. Not bad. We've got something here. Hold on. We've got this. We got a rookie card of Jim McMahon. That was a 50 center. Don't know what it'll be worth today. And here's maybe a Tony Dorsett rookie card. Who's on the league leaders, 50 center, or team leaders, I should say. Wait, we're not done. We've got something here. We got Lawrence Taylor right there, killing a Redskin. Looks like a quarterback because he's flat on his back.
Seniors here.
Oh, great. And then we got Kellen Winslow, Sr. Nice. Did we look at this? Yeah, looked at them. Good news, my scanner just showed up, guys. Here's some those team cards, I guess. Denver Broncos. There's a Brett Favre one. Or I should say the Packers one. David Klingler. There's a Deion Sanders. Then you got members' choices. I know something with these. High number football. Stadium Club high numbers. Okay. That's not a box I want to look at though. Sorry about that. If you're still here, we'll look for a different box. Where's the lid? There's the lid. I just got good news. My scanner showed up, so now I can start scanning cards and get ready to open up my eBay store in January. Room for God's sake. And I made it. Whew. This is a heavy box. A heavy box. Ooh. All right. It's got a little note on it, says Hall of Fame football. So let's check this one out. And right off the bat we see a hockey card. What the? Dennis Savard. Alright, let's see what it says. It says Hall of Fame football. Well, you don't come much more older than that. This is such a yellowed top loader, but it's a Walter Payton card times 2. 3 Walter Paytons holding wheels. There's an Emmitt Smith on a Pro Set, 1990 Pro Set. A Montana on a 90 Fleer. Brett Favre on something. Don't know. Reggie White on a Pacific. Montana on a playoff card. Bradshaw times 2. That's a 81 tops. It says a $3 price tag on it, or $13. Put a 1 in front of it. I don't think I would have paid that much for them. Troy Aikman. Howie Long and some kind of international draft 1995. Masters of the Mic, Howie Long. Troy Aikman. O.J. Simpson, record holders. O.J. Simpson. Montana. Johnny Unitas in action. Staubach in action. Montana sticker. Montana sticker. There's a Walter Payton 1,000-yarder from 77 Tops. Here's a Lawrence Taylor. I don't know if that's LT's rookie card or not. Second year maybe. Alright, what else we got? Sorry about that cough. We have a Terry Bradshaw sticker. We've got whole grain Wheaties, the Breakfast of Champions, with Emmitt Smith on it with a facsimile, sparkly autograph. You better eat your Wheaties. Alright, Sports Stars USA, 1994/95, card number 102 it says. And here's a coin card of it's a Pinnacle Mint with Jerry Rice. That helmet's all beat to hell, man. That helmet has been literally destroyed. Equipment manager's got some work cut out for him. How about a snarling looking LT looking all pissed off at somebody. He didn't have his Wheaties. Jerry Rice. Elway. Montana. Pro Line, Gale Sayers. I don't know who 27 is, trying to tackle Gale Sayers. Lawrence Taylor on a Bowman. Marino on a Top Stadium Club. Barry Sanders on a Stadium Club. Barry Sanders again on a Stadium Club. Jerry Rice looking like he's going to throw the ball. I don't know what these numbers are on the back here. This says $2.70 to $6, I guess. Don't know. Todd Christensen and Jerry Rice, receiving leaders. Here's an LT on a sticker. How about a Emmitt Smith Star Picks Offensive Rookie of the Year flashback in his, where did he play, Miami or something like that? Florida, he played in Florida. Same thing. Jerry Rice, playoff absolute memorabilia from 2001. Jerry Rice. A high octane Jerry Rice. I think it's $4.50 to $10. I don't know what those are. Here's a Jerry Rice 1,000-yard club times 2. One has a $2, one has nothing on it, so I don't know. Here's a Jerry Rice in a Raiders uniform for $2, it says. Jerry Rice, Pinnacle Mint, just a base card maybe. Jerry Rice in an action packed. Here's a Collector's Edge 92 Jerry Rice with Deion Sanders and Hot Pursuit. Hence the rivalry between those two. Big Easy with Dan Marino. $12 on that one. I don't think I would have paid $12 for that card. This has got a big ass crease in it. I've never seen that. Hard to see it. Well, there you go. You can see it a little bit better. Got a big old crease right there. Jerry Rice. Got a beat for like Bowman, but who knows what that is. It's Ball Street News. It's got a phone number if you want to call them and complain about the crease in your card that you never noticed before. Pro Set, Vince Lombardi. Jerry Rice with a V for whatever card company that is. Looks like a Pacific. That's kind of their moniker there. Lawrence Taylor Collectabook, Lawrence Taylor Topps Gold card, Lawrence Taylor Topps Finest Collector's Edge, Lawrence Taylor. All these were numbered too, by the way. They got ridiculous numbers on them. 68,788. I have like, I don't know, 100,000 cards. So, some LTs here. I'm going to go through all these. Kind of should just hit the ones that are in the plastic since they seem to be the, you know, the cards. So, just do the ones in plastics. Put all these back. Back, I say, back. Ouch. Alright. So we'll put you face downs. There we go. Alright, we've got Deion Sanders, Tools of the Game. Deion Sanders, some Stadium Club. Very cold there. Playing in Green Bay, looks like, because they got Green Bay uniform colors. You know, we got a lot of plastic to go through. Alright. So those Deion's there. Then we got a Deion in this Florida State, right? Deion Electric Diamond. Deion on a Stadium Club. Deion in his Topps Gold Label. Some Deion's, just basic Deion's. Jim Brown's. This is a gold card too, by the way. Can't tell unless you look at the back. It's got the number G27 and the actual logo is gold. Here's Mel Gray Jr. and Tim Brown. Coming soon, Tim Brown season 2000 opener, 2000 season opener. Tim Brown on a Stadium Club card. Tim Brown on a Topps Finest ×4. More Tim Browns. Now looks like we segue into Howie Longs. Howie Long. There's the gold version. Here's an Edge insert card. Edge FX, I guess. FX 25, not numbered that I can see. Howie's, more. Oh, we ran out of Howie's. So there's the Howie Longs. And then we run into Herschel Walker's. Herschel Walker with the Vikings. And then we go right into Bubba Smith's without any kind of warnings. Okay. Bubba Smith's. And we segue into Reggie White's. Okay. Reggie White and Greg Townsend, Pro Bowl card. Reggie White on a Pro Set football power. And then we've got Tony Dorsett, Thurman Thomas, more Thurman Thomas than you can shake a thermometer at. I sorted a total of 8 cards, then I quit. Henry S. Some more Thurman Thomas on those Pro Set power cards. How about some Heisman Heroes with Bo Jackson. There's Bo. I hear Bo Jackson football cards are very popular on eBay and stuff, so we'll see, right? More Bo. There's Bo, stiff arming someone. Now we go into Elways. So they put out a set without the Super Bowl logo and with the Super Bowl logos. Here's a Pro Line Elway. More Elways. And Elway, we segue right into, looks like Steve Young. Yep, Steve Young cards. There's Steve Young, right? Played in the USFL. Los Angeles Express of the USFL gave Steve Young valuable experience as he blossomed into an excellent professional athlete with a penchant for making big plays. I signed with the USFL because I knew I'd get a chance to play. So they said there were no talents over there. Troy Aikman's. Aikman saying I'm number 1 or concussion number 1. I'm not sure. But he's looking concussed in that photo. But he's just staring straight ahead, especially this eye over here. Looks like a glass eyeball to me. Does not look legit. They appear to be maybe a little bloodshot on top of that. Plus, this card doesn't even have a back. Like, what the heck? Did this come off the box or what? Don't know. Braille card. So this is for the blind. Okay, there's Braille on the back. Okay, gotcha. This is Fantasy Action from Action Packed FF number 5. Fantasy Forecast. And with these, you can touch this little football here, and it's heat sensitive, and you'll activate it, and voila! Well, thought it was heat activated. Maybe it's just so cold in here you can't activate it. My hands are cold. Luke, I am your father. Nope, not working. I think they're photosensitive or whatever you want to call it. Alright, we work right into Marinos. So yeah, there's a lot of definite Hall of Famers here. 2 Montanas. To Cunninghams. to Warren Moons. Cunningham's not a Hall of Famer, I know, but he's a very gooder, I guess. Warren over the Moons to Jim Kelly's. Lots of Kellys to Junior Seau's. To Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders out the Wazoos. Lots of berries. Barry being berries. You like that young card? Yeah. I think that may have come off of the box, the advertisement on the box, because it had no back on it. Here's some more berries. Some wild card berries going over the top. More berries, a whole bunch of berries here. Like the berries are just flowing. Walter Payton. What's Walter Payton doing here with berries? Those are berries. We got Walter Payton again. Then we go to Emmitt Smith again. Okay. To Andre Reed, who is a Hall of Famer. To Jerome Bettis. To Hall of Famer Keith Jackson. To Herman Moore. To Art Monk. To Andre Rison. To Isaac Bruce. To some Tom Brady action. Let's check out the Brady action. What do we got here? Brady. Not much Brady action, but Eric Daverson. To Marcus Allen. To the Damian Tomlinson. More Tomlinsons. So Tomlinson must have had a good year that year, the year prior, because they gave him a ton of cards in that set. Alright, put these back before we dig out more, because we've dug out so much stuff. Don't even know if it's all going to fit back in here. But we're going to give it a go. Okay, we'll put these in here. There you go. Let's pull out some hard plastics. I'll go from this end, I guess. We've got Phil Simms, Phil Simms, Edgerrin James, Curtis Morton, Michael Strahan, Tony Dorsett. Who's this guy? Steve McNair, Jerome Bettis, Andre Rison, Tony Dorsett, Steve McNair again, Junior Seau, Keyshawn Johnson, Dan Fouts, Steve Largent, and Tony Dorsett. We've got here a Colt Edgerrin James and a Duflex type it says Zenith card. Donruss Zenith. Marshall Faulk. Another Dorsett. Marshall Faulk. Draft picks. Michael Strahan and some other dude from '93. Michael Strahan and Marcus Buckley. There's a Michael Strahan card. Donruss. Possible 5. This is Michael Strahan again. I'm going to venture to say he's the big guy there. Randy Moss. Then and Now. Art Donovan, Dallas Texans, and Warren Sapp of the Raiders. Alright, we've got stickers of Dorsett, Joe Theismann, might be his Topps second year maybe. Keyshawn Johnson, Ray Lewis, and Reggie Wayne. Flashbacks, Frank Gifford, 1952, Chuck Bednarik, and Chuck Bednarik, the last guy to go both ways, offense and defense, every play. Chuck Bednarik. Got some more over here. What do we got over here? Put these back on the attack. Yeah, so this box is like loaded with Hall of Famers, and if not the Hall of Famer, they're Hall of Very Gooders. Like Michael Vick was a good ball player, so he's definitely not a Hall of Famer. Joey Galloway is. Tommy McDonald, I don't know, maybe he is. Wyatt Tittle is. Steve McNair is not, but one day maybe. Joe Willie is. Steve Largent is. Marcus Allen. Art Monk. Randy White, rookie card maybe. There's another Bubba. There's Franco Harris. Andre Dickerson. And Andre Dickerson, one is instant replay, that is a record breaker. What else we got here? What we have here is a failure to communicate. Steve Largent, Warren Moon, we've got a Junior Seau hologram, but I can't see what's in the hologram. It's just messed up. And then we got a Ronnie Lott, Mark Rippon. I go with Ronnie Lott over Rippon. It's down here on the side of the plastics. We've got Joey Galloway ×3. We've got Titans. Congratulations! You have just pulled one of 5,000 Tetrad Titans header cards. Baba Titans is a limited edition subset that will appear in upcoming signature rookies products. The men and women chosen to be are some of the greatest athletes to ever compete in their respective sports. So I got a winner card, a redemption card. It doesn't say what you redeem. I guess it's just a mystery, and that's probably why it was never turned in. Or maybe it was turned in, and your very special card was a Sprint Steve McNair mobile calling card. So place the calls, dial this number, touch tone, follow blah blah blah. Expires 3/31 of 96. I don't think it's going to be any good, and I don't even think Sprint's around anymore. So yeah, sorry man, but you're out of luck. So you're collecting it just for the player on the front, Steve McNair. And that's all she wrote. And we got over here, in between here, we got a newer card, Impact, Marshall Falk, all signee, Chris Carter, Chris Carter, Chris Carter, Chris Carter, Chris Carter, and Chris Carter, along with a Chris Carter there. Okay, we did this, we did that. Did we do this? Oh no, we got a Santa card, Pro Set, Santa Claus. With his sack over his shoulder, he got some packs of cards there, it looks like. Maybe they're Pokemon, who knows? Standing on the Giants helmet, ready to crush it. Santa Claus, Spirit of the Season, Pro Set, 1992. Very nice. We got another one here. What's this? We got another Santa Claus. Pro Set logo there. People looking out the window there. Oh, Rudolph with his red nose is right there, hanging out in front. And they're kind of like a John Candy elfish mixture of a person. From the elf and all the cards at Pro Set. Happy holidays. So there's two Santa Clauses, and we got one more here. And oh, another Santa Claus. And there's that is the same one that was on the back of this one. Look at there. What a coincidence. And this one says Head Coach Santa Claus, and he's hanging the packs or the cards on the trees themselves. Very nice though. Very nice. Santa Claus Pro Set cards. Might be worth a pretty penny today. Back then people were just, oh, it's a novelty. Who knows? Who cares? How about this? I've got a small stack of these. We got some John Riggins, my man Riggins. Look at that afro, man. Look at that fro. Oh, got some OJ off center Dawson. We got a Sweetness Walter Payton. Got another Sweetness Walter Payton. Steve Largent. Bubba Smith times 2. That's Ted Hendricks. Someone said he was a Hall of Famer. Warren Moons. Eric Dickerson. Look at him. He always had those rec specs a la Chris Sabo. Steve Largent. Warren Moon again. Jerry Rice. Marcus Allen. The Boz. This might be his rookie card, Brian Bosworth. Herschel Walker, Cunningham, John Elway with the print malfunction there. Bruce Smith, Marcus Allen, Steve Young. There's Sweetness and his record breaker, 1987 record breaker. All-Pro Reggie White ×3. Jerry Rice again. Record breaker Rice. Dan Marino ×2. Montana record breaker. Bo Jackson. My card just feels funny. Bo Jackson, Heisman Trophy. Outland Trophy was Mike Ruth. Marcus Allen, Largent, Rice, Moon, Largent, Largent. Rice, Cunningham, Montana, Taylor, Rice record breaker, Herschel Walker, Bosworth again, Largent, Montana, Moon, Largent, Elway again with the same print defect, so it's a 50-50 shot right now which one you got. Got Lenny Dawson, Super Bowl, Cowboys Dolphins, John Unitas getting stripped, 21-0. John Riggins in action, like that photo. Franco Harris. There's the Peyton boys, Walter and Eddie. Randy White, I believe that's his rookie card. Franco Harris. Randy White again. Alan Page, Randy White for a third time. OJ record breaker. Tony Dorsett, Fouts, Page, Richard again. Bronx Boys, Aaron. Hello everyone. Merry Christmas to one and all. Thanks, Bronx Boys, Aaron and Jordan. Thanks for stopping by. Joe Green, Phil Sims, Joe Theismann. Times like a bunch. 4 there. Just going through some football. I was sleeving some up earlier, and then I just figured I'd come down here and take a little break from sleeving. But there was not much of really break from anything. I sleeved up some while down here. John Riggins with the fro again ×2 more. LT. Franco record breaker. Riggins record breaker. Riggins in the championship, 83 championship. Franco Harris. Franco in action. Franco record breaker. Fouts replay. A couple of Montanas, Bradshaw, Marcus Allen, Riggins. Franco Harris. We got more. We'll finish this stack and then we're gonna call it after this because we've been doing this for a while and I'm starting to get hungry and it's almost 4 o'clock. So we got Tony Dorsett, we got Lawrence Taylor's, Ahmad Rashad's, Oilers 34 or Steelers 34, Oilers 5. That means they got a field goal and a safety. In high school, I played in a game where we lost 3-2 in a football game. 3-2. We got them for a safety, and they got us for a field goal. 3-2. We lost. And the headlines read the next day: Panoja wins on a lucky field goal. And the kicker was a guy named Brian Lucky. About some Keith Jackson, Marcus Allen. Here's a nice new Donruss, 1999 Donruss. Barry Sanders. Not numbered, but still a really cool card. Barry Sanders again. More Barry. There's Marino. There's Peyton Manning's. More Peyton Manning's. You can check a Manning stick at. There you go. And we could keep going, but we're not. There's some newer cards here. On this side, there's new cards-ish, new-ish cards, not super new though. This second row has, actually it's the third row, fourth row. We got this row of plastics. Yeah, some older pro sets from 1990 and stuff, and some 91 Fleers. Collectabooks. There's Bo Jackson's. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oof. Yeah, going to be doing a lot more of this in the coming months now, because I am retired, and that's what we're going to do. My printer came, or my scanner came, so I'm going to work on hooking that up here, and maybe trying to scan some cards into the computer for loading up on eBay. Once I open up my store, I gotta have things ready to go, so all I do is start listing and selling come January 1st, the new year. Whew! And I gotta go to the bathroom anyway, guys. So, hey guys, with all that being said and done, I know if some of you just got here, I'm sorry about that. Shutting down the shop, but we've been going for a while. And I'm getting hungry, and I go to the bathroom and everything else on top of that. And for some reason, even with this heater going, I'm still cold in here. Like it got really cold out. Maybe because the sun is setting. I don't know outside. I think we've been here since 1:30, right? So 2:30, 3:30, over 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think we started exactly at 1:30, guys. So yeah. But anyway, guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. And you can go back and look at all the stuff we looked at. We looked at 2 boxes of football cards, and just had some fun. And guys, hey, have a very Merry Christmas, all right, with you and your family and friends and all that stuff. Thanks, yeah, I like that. My brother-in-law gave me that at our retirement party we had this past Saturday up at my in-laws. And so have a very Merry Christmas, and I don't see it for the new year, but I think I will. Have a Happy New Year, and you know, have a safe, happy time with your family and friends, and return home safe, right? Yes, thank you. I will. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Like I said, I gotta work on getting my scanner set up so that I can scan cards onto my computer for my eBay store. And so yeah, again, thanks everyone. Peace out, and have a safe and happy holiday. Christmas is tomorrow. Heading over to my son's house. Gonna have breakfast over there, open some gifts, and then we're coming back home and we're gonna chillax for the rest of the day here at home. So again, thanks a lot. Catch you later, guys.